Americano by James Tison and Gus Constantellis.
Americano. Be happy they're not your family. The only sound is Uncle Mick's lips smacking as he eats.
I'm just saying, if the Supreme Court had gotten rid of ACA in 2020, it would have kicked 24 million people off their insurance.
Good. If they need insurance, they can get a job.
You know, you keep saying that, but
aren't both your kids unemployed?
Yeah, thanks to Biden.
You cannot be serious.
He stole the election from Trump and ran the economy into the ground.
Dominion's vote count was compromised. The numbers don't lie.
How in God's name are we still talking about Trump after all this time? Trump had 4 years in office and did nothing. You think he's going to run again and what? Make all your dreams come true?
Do you think that crazy socialist is going to make your dreams come true?
Biden? You really believe Joe Biden is a crazy leftist socialist?
Y'all fight so much.
Another stretch of silence, forks scraping against plates.
Can someone just explain non-binary to me for the love of Christ?
No, Mick, you stupid idiot!
The dogs start yelping directly at Peter and don't stop.
Don't talk to him like that.
It's not the responsibility of the queer people to educate you.
Does anyone want more tzatziki?
Shut up.
Shut up!
You gay people make up the words. And then when we can't keep up, you treat us like we're idiots.
They is not a made-up word.
LGBTQRW, C3PO, R2D2. Whatever happened to boy, girl, gay, straight? What's next? My toaster oven is actually a frying pan? It's too much.
The instructions on a box of condoms was too much for you.
Mickey, just want to know what non-binary is. And so do we.
You know what? It's fine. I can't explain it. The main thing to understand is the difference between gender and sex. Sex is biology. Penis, vagina, intersex, gender is cultural identity. Boy, girl, non-binary, genderqueer, trans, femme, etc. So my gender is non-binary, but I have a penis.
This is appropriate dinner conversation.
You literally asked.
All right, we're listening. But don't say penis. Say Slovaki.
Oh, right. For most people, sex and gender align. Meg has a Souvlaki, and he identifies as a man, right?
Damn straight, bro.
But if you lost your Souvlaki in some, I don't know, auto mechanic accident or whatever, would you suddenly start wearing skirts and dresses?
No, I would not.
Right, because your souvlaki and your identity as a man are separate. You dress, talk, and act like a man because you identify as a man, not because you have a souvlaki. Does that make sense?
Uncle Mick picks up a souvlaki and puts it right back down. Mike looks like he's about to argue, then stops.
Here's what I know. I've never felt right trying to fit into all these things men are supposed to do or say or dress. Everyone wants to tell me wearing a skirt means I'm not a real man. Fine, I agree. I'm not a real man. I'm something else. And since I started wearing women's clothes, I've stopped thinking about killing myself all the time.
Each of them chews on the concept for a moment, especially Litsa. Maybe they're actually getting it.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
Well, the good news is you don't have to get it, to not be an asshole about it.
The family goes silent, like a dog who's just been smacked on the nose. Peter's jaw drops.
Excuse me?
No offense, but I don't exactly get religion, but here I am sitting in a room full of Jesus and I haven't said a single word about it.
Blasphemia!
You don't want men in dresses in the same bathroom as you. Do you think I want to be priests using the same bathroom as me with my boyish good looks? I do not.
Bro, you're about to get pounded.
Why are you the only one here talking like a freaking newsie?
I love you.
And you should go easier on them.
Wait, what?
You are not as woke as you think you are. You've had my copy of Me and My White Supremacy for 2 years. Why am I still the only Black person in your life?
Read the complicated subject.
Hey, I'm just here trying to support your son on his birthday. And y'all can't talk about anything else but my souvlaki?
With that, Adrian bites into a sausage. Everyone's mouth is agape. Litsa seems stunned into furious silence until...
Get the job.
I have a job. Thank you very much.
Not you.
Amina Floyd, MD, by Yancey Hrobowski.
Interior, Amina Floyd's bedroom. Day. Dr. Amina Floyd, 14, African-American child prodigy, and her best friend, Chandra Prathik, 16, a proud feminist and Muslim, relaxed in Amina's bedroom. Chandra is a former child prodigy and the only one who relates to Amina's genius. Chandra is wearing sunglasses, a bell hooks t-shirt, and a hijab.
That was the first day.
Oh, the usual. Ageism, condescension, and resentment.
Yep. Everyone hates Generation Z. Until it's time to convert a PDF to a Word doc. So did you ask your dad about Rukiyo's Ruby's loft party Friday?
I don't know. I want to go, but my dad doesn't really want me at those scenes. Lots of drinking and other stuff.
So you're old enough to work overnight and save people's lives, but not trusted to go to a party.
Amina's father, Mike Floyd, 39, knocks and enters the room. A police officer with 2 years junior college at his highest education level. Mike doesn't relate to Amina's brilliance, but is a kind and wise blue-collar guy.
Sorry, Amina. I didn't realize you still had company. Hi, Chandra. Amina told me you left the Philharmonic.
Did she know?
The first woman of color, first Muslim, and youngest Philharmonic concertmaster ever. Well, Amina's working now, and you two geniuses won't have as much time to spend together. Do you have a life plan?
Plans for my life at 16? Wow. Well, my plan was to radicalize Amina and set up an old school sleeper cell. But truth be told, between the gram and PS5 and kids' attention span these days makes long-term government coup planning difficult.
That's not funny, Chandra. Seriously, I'm concerned.
Mr. Floyd, in hindsight, I blame my parents' tight grip and lack of any outside social events for my wayward ways.
Here we go.
I was just telling Amina how our friend Rukiyo's loft party could provide critical social networking to get me back in the game, work-wise.
I don't know her, and Amina's too young for unsupervised parties. Besides, it's a work night for me, so I won't be home to make sure she gets in okay. I'm sorry, Amina, but some things need to remain age appropriate. Now, if you ladies will excuse me, I've got to get dinner ready.
What? Shoot your shot, right?
Interior nurse station the next day. Charge nurse Tamika Winters, registered nurse, 50s. Well, she waxes equal amounts of wisdom and sarcasm and owns the tackiest scrub collection made. She's in matching Kent cloth surgery cap, mask and scrubs, and is sitting at the computer as Amina enters.
Well, if it isn't the little doctor everyone's talking about, I hear you're quite a little genius.
You mind if I put a couple special lab requests in the billings?
Sure you can. Or I can put them in for you if you like.
No, I need the practice. And could you please stop doing that?
What do you mean?
That. Your voice just went up 3 octaves and has an odd bounce to it. I don't know if you're consciously infantilizing me or not, but please stop.
Really?
Again, that's a microaggression.
Nurse Winters puts data into the computer.
Oh, what?
Thanks. A microaggression is a statement made as a compliment, but with underlying discrimination. By the way, I like your wit.
Thank you. I will try to keep you coming for me, little doctor girl.
Interior, the physician's lounge during the day. Amina slides a chocolate milk onto her tray, while nurse practitioner Emilio Martinez, 31, gay and proud, grabs a yogurt and Topo Chico as they reach the sandwich station manned by a service worker.
PB&J, please.
I feel you, I guess. But you also have to realize where your dad's coming from. You're still really young. I mean, in junior high. And I still thought I liked girls.
But did you go to parties at 14?
Girl, I was the party at 14. We used to sneak into the beige parties at Boy Bar with our black lipstick and the things we used to do at the frozen juice bar to, you know what? Looking back, I didn't party that much, being 14 and all.
I'm not just any 14-year-old. Hello. I'm a licensed medical doctor, trusted with people's lives. An adult for all intents and purposes. I will not be treated as a child. Hey, can you cut the edges off that sandwich for me, please?
Coming of Age by Desiree Elder.
Interior, living room, continuous. Faye is wielding the butcher knife while she and Eloise circle. Carrington tries to calm them.
Ladies, that carpet doesn't appear to take well to stains.
What's going on?
Eloise may or may not have suggested the reason you and Faye kept in contact all this time is because you're secret lovers.
Because all women in jail are gay. You should calm down. Worst thing to tell a black woman with a knife in her hand.
Faye, put the knife down.
Because I'm sure this has to be the third strike or something. Did you know the armpit has a major artery? One quick nick and all that talking will cease.
Women of a certain age shouldn't be fighting.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. Your record says different. Clearly, you want to meet Jesus.
Think of your son, Andre. You haven't even seen him.
Gina watches them go for round 2. When she can no longer take it, she pulls out her gun and fires a round into the ceiling. They all duck and cover.
In my home, we will act in a civil manner. Got it?
She raises the gun again.
Is everyone good to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Gina puts the gun away.
You know what? Everyone spread out. Find separate areas and we can reconvene once we've all calmed down.
Interior, Gina's bathroom, evening. Carrington is sitting on the toilet, peeing, and on the phone.
Darling, are you playing hard to get? I like it.
Exterior, porch, evening. Palmer Washington stands on his porch annoyed. He constantly looks over his shoulder into his home.
You need to stop calling.
I don't care what she knows.
I have a family.
As do I. I have to pay my own rent. How will I support my child?
She's 35.
And homeless. Don't you care about the homeless? Do you want me to be homeless?
Yeah, of course not.
Good. That's good, darling.
Yeah,
Mama, who's that on the phone?
I'm sorry, it's over and you're cut off.
Bastard, now I'm homeless. That was awkward.
Tell me about it.
Carrington jumps and looks around. The shower curtain slides open. Faye is lying in the tub.
Why are you?
I needed somewhere quiet to collect my thoughts.
I'm guessing this isn't the homecoming you expected.
Had no expectations. But it feels like prison all over again.
How?
Women fighting over trivial things. Long-term feuds people won't let go of, but can't remember how they started. Knives pulled out at meals. We're conditioned to be against one another, whether in feast or famine.
You can't pay no mind, honey. Eloise means well, I think.
People have a funny way of staking claim to things in their head and feeling justified in doing what's necessary to own it. Even if it's your freedom. Whites been doing that to blacks' bodies for centuries.
Seems men have felt justified in taking my freedom for a long time.
Seems maybe you don't mind so much. It got you those fancy things, right? It smells like you need some privacy and to drink more water.
Faye walks out, leaving Carrington alone with her thoughts. Interior, Gina's kitchen, evening. Eloise is in the kitchen snooping. She examines the oven, brand new, still has wrapping on it. Plastic cutlery and paper plates in the cupboards. Minimal food in the fridge.
What exactly are you doing?
We've got to get out of here.
But we haven't eaten yet.
I think I know why Gina is acting so weird. All the secrets, the gun. She's an assassin.
Gina, an assassin? Honey, stop.
Eloise drags into the kitchen window facing the backyard.
I mean, it is a little odd.
Gardens in the pouring rain.
Cuffing Season by John Bershad.
Interior Millboro Lanes bowling alley. Later, a bowling ball smashes into some pins and suddenly we're amidst the noisy tachyglora of a large suburban bowling alley. Saturday night by the Bay City Rollers plays as we see tons of townspeople enjoying themselves. Raina stands in the middle, awkwardly surveying the scene as Will runs up with rented shoes for her.
All right, I got us a lane. No bumpers, though, so we're going to have to be at least slightly better than a child.
Listen, Will, you seem really nice.
Wow, did I screw up that fast?
No, it's not that. I just got out of a relationship and I'm not ready to date yet. Also, I don't even fucking live here. It's nothing personal, but I'm only here because my parents, I guess, believe in a curse.
Ah, the witch that's killing single people.
I heard werewolf. But yeah.
Well, I already got paid, so do you just want to hang out and complain about your parents while I bowl?
Can I drink?
The bar's over there.
Exterior Millboro Lanes bowling alley. Outside, we see that the bowling alley sits next to a large, dark forest. The trees blow in the breeze. Anything could be hiding within them. Interior Millboro Lanes bowling alley. Later, an hour or so has passed, and despite herself, Raina is having a pretty good time. She and Will both have their phones out and are comparing some of the shitty profiles they see on their respective dating apps.
Ooh, here's one. I see this all the time. Women post pictures with a baby, and then they write captions saying, "Don't worry, it's not my baby." Don't they know they can just not post the picture?
He wants you to get horny over how maternal she is.
Ew. Hey, he seems nice.
Raina looks. Every one of the guy's pictures features him holding a fish he caught.
Well, I have to date him. He's literally murdered all the other fish in the sea. I think you're up.
Technically, I'm down. By about 40 points, actually. Are you hustling me?
I used to come here a lot growing up. Our parents would drop us off and then we'd go drink at this old playground out back. That's where the first boy ever told me I had a good singing voice. I gave him a hand job.
Do you still...
Hand jobs?
No. Sing.
Oh, no. I tried for a really long time, but it didn't happen. So now I work in a shitty office doing a shitty job with coworkers I'm old enough to have babysat for. You know, I used to really like dating. In high school, every time I talked to a boy, it felt like the beginning of a fairy tale with me as the princess. But I've wasted so much time waiting for fairy tales. I don't know. Maybe my mom's right. Sorry. I'm rambling.
Have you been to that froyo place on Route 1? Freezy's?
I have not.
Well, it opened about a year ago, but before I moved here, there was one right across the street from my old practice, and I would go every day after work.
That's too much frozen yogurt, especially for a dentist. Are you allowed to do that?
Hey, look, I floss every day. Do you? then I'm still winning. Anyway, when I moved here, I missed Freezy so much, and when it finally opened, I was psyched. But when I went there that first day, they didn't have the flavor that I liked. So I was trying to decide on a new flavor, but it was late, and the girl at the counter said that they were closing soon. So I panicked, and I got this weird pecan, however you say it. That was terrible.
I like pecan.
Pecan. The thing was, they were just closing soon. I still had like 10 minutes left, but I was so worried about this fake deadline that I thought other people were giving me that I didn't allow myself to get the thing that I really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think so. You're trying to sell me yogurt?
Exactly.
Hey, want to see if that old playground is still out back?
Sure.
I'm not giving you a hand job.
Didn't expect one. I haven't even complimented your singing.
Disappointment Asians by Gene Kim.
White text on black. Han. A combination of bitterness, wistfulness, shame, melancholy, and vengefulness, accumulated from years of brutal colonialism, war, and U.S.-supported dictatorships that have never been politically redressed. Han is so ongoing it could even be passed down. From Kathy Park Hong's book, Minor Feelings, An Asian American Reckoning. Koreans believe to be Korean is to feel Han, because we are so freaking melodramatic. Chong, affection for your people.
On interior hospital room day, Ronnie, early 30s Indian, stands behind a podium. She's got big natural hair and wears a yellow sundress.
Thank you all for being here to pay tribute to the legendary poet and activist, my mother, Radhika.
Ronnie looks down, her paper is heavily marked in red ink.
My mom was a proud Dalit, which is considered the lowest caste in India. She famously wrote, "To be Dalit is to be branded and touchable." My mum, being my mum though, even more famously reclaimed this word untouchable, changing its meaning from someone who's forever on the outside to someone who soars above all else. To be untouchable is to be my mother, Radhika.
No, Rani, that last line still isn't right. Read that part back to me.
Mom, stop interrupting me. I swear I'm this close to walking out.
Reveal Radhika, 50s Indian, in a hospital bed but alive. Radhika is hawkish, wears reading glasses, and holds a red pen like a weapon. Despite being hooked up to a bunch of machines, she's lively. Ronnie stands behind a rolling podium at the foot of the bed.
Ronnie, how can you say such a thing to your own mother who's dying of cancer?
This wounded martyr act really doesn't suit you.
Radhika returns to her true self. She crosses her arms and looks at her daughter stubbornly.
Mrs. Amdekar?
It's Miss, not Mrs.
Miss Amdekar, for the last time, you and your daughter are not allowed to use our podiums. They're for physicians only.
Surely you can make an exception for a dying woman.
Don't listen to her. My mum's not dying. She's going to be fine. Sorry, again, I swear that was the last time. Nurses are my heroes.
Nurse leaves with podium.
Now, where were we with my eulogy? Oh yes, that last line. We have to change it.
Mom, it's hard enough being a writer whose mother was referred to as the Indian Maya Angelou, but micro-editing what I'm going to say at your funeral? You're basically traumatizing my life.
Whoa, maybe I should come back later. Eugene, early 30s, Korean, is at the door. He's tall, elegant, and sheepish. His green doctor scrubs are disheveled.
Eugene, please come in.
It's good to see you, Miss Ambedkar. Hey, Ronnie.
What a delight. A visit from my favorite young man and the only boyfriend I ever liked of Ronnie's.
Oh, really?
Mom, humiliating me in front of my friends? Check.
What's new with you, my dear? Exciting plans for the weekend?
Sort of. Cece's parents are in town from Japan, so we're cramming in as much wedding stuff as we can.
So, you're still planning to marry Cece, the girl who stole you away from my daughter. Wonderful.
That's One way to look at it, right, Ronnie?
One being passive aggressive while smiling? Check.
That's not helping anyone out.
Better. If you have something to say, speak up.
Said, don't talk that way about Sissy. She's my best friend.
Ha! Then you don't know a thing about friendship. You young people today have no idea the meaning, the responsibility of truly being there for someone else. Eugene, why don't you sit with us? Ronnie was about to run through my eulogy again.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You know what? Let's do it. Any edits you make, I'll just change it back.
What on earth makes you think you can do that?
Because you'll be dead.
This sinks in, then miraculously, Radhika burst out laughing. Ronnie laughs too. Eugene stands awkwardly in the corner.
Eastwick by Corey Giles and Jamie Merkel.
Exterior, crashed Jeep. Harold and Daryl exit their patrol car and walk toward the Jeep. Harold talks into his police radio.
We got a 1050 between a Jeep, and even with shades on, I can see this is a pretty candy-painted Caddy Eldorado. Starting paint job, a custom adjustable suspension, and typically undersized wheels that set the driving stance even lower. Over.
Police radio. What's your 1020? Over.
21st and Broadway. Over.
Harold approaches on the Jeep's passenger side. Daryl approaches on the driver's side.
Joyriding today, eh?
Harold notices the Jeep's driver, Flunky One, is unconscious.
What's this guy's fucking deal, eh? No wonder you crashed. This guy's not even conscious.
Well, if it ain't Mr. Don Juan of Eastwick High.
Oh, monitor Harry.
That's Officer Boris to you.
Man,
ain't he the one who stole your girl in high school and broke your heart?
Yeah, ain't he?
Gee.
Right.
All right. So, do you want to pick it up?
No, go, you're good.
Okay. All right. I'm going to need some paperwork, license, insurance, registration.
Chill, man.
Two Glocks sees Gat taking his Gatling gun off his back and preparing to shoot the cops. Two Glocks shakes his head no to Gat. Gat straps his Gatling gun back on.
What seems to be the problem, Officer Boris?
You blew through a red light back there, and I clocked you doing 110 and a 35.
Everyone in the Jeep looks puzzled that these are the reasons for them being pulled over and not the bank robbery.
Yeah, in a 35.
So, I'm going to need to see your license, insurance, and registration information. These wheels aren't street legal either, and these tents don't look regulation too.
Yeah, what he just said.
Gat slowly starts to pull off his Gatling gun again so he can shoot the cops. But at that moment, the cops get another APB announcement on their police radios. Police radio. We have recently reported 211 at Wise Guys Bank on Broadway. The first suspect fled the scene in a vehicle being described as a roofless Jeep. Over.
This is a roofless Jeep. It does have 4 occupants inside. If I wasn't more worried about looking cool, I would take these dark shades off so I could take a closer look.
Yeah, well, it's your lucky day. We've got bigger fish to fry. Let's go, Daryl.
Two Glocks shoves a still unconscious Flunky One out of the way and crawls over to the driver's seat. The Jeep backs up from the Cadillac it rear-ended and drives away. Stay with the cops. As the Jeep quickly pulls away, some of the stolen money flies out of one of the money bags and lands in the middle of the street. Both cops notice the money.
Hey, looks like money raining down from heaven.
Oh, you dummy. That's money, all right, but it came from that Jeep.
Harold takes off his shades and inspects the money closer.
Wait a minute. These are stolen banknotes. This is evidence.
Harold bends over and starts picking up the money. All of a sudden, wham! He gets run over by the Cadillac as it's pulling away from the scene. The Cadillac keeps going. Daryl watches his partner get run over and he totally loses his shit. He starts running in circles, screaming and oinking. Harold is barely still alive. Title card. Moments later. Interior. Malone's Little Italy restaurant, Eastwick, New Jersey. Bugsy Malone is seated at a table in the back of his restaurant enjoying a spaghetti and meatball dinner with a few of his mob lieutenants while he tells jokes.
So a racist, a compulsive liar, and a guy who launders money for the Russian mob walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What'll it be, Mr. Trump?"
The entire table laughs out loud.
Okay. What makes Harry Potter a great mob enforcer?
What, boss?
He's the best at catching snitches.
A pregnant pause as the punchline soaks in. Then the entire table laughs out loud again. Suddenly, Bugsy's cell phone rings. It's the manager of Wise Guys Bank.
Yeah?
Interior, Wise Guys Bank.
Are you sitting down, sir?
Intercut, Malone's Little Italy restaurant, Wise Guys Bank.
I'm always sitting down, unless I'm taking a piss.
He and his lieutenants laugh out loud.
You're interrupting a good dinner here. What can I do for you?
We've been robbed. We have a description of the thieves and the getaway vehicle.
They what? Robbed from me? I'll get them sons of bitches.
Manifest by Kevin Ramlal.
Interior apartment night. Samir stares at his computer. His viewer count is stuck on 10. On a chat window, there's a string of messages between him and user INC0G6969. The last message reads, user INC0G6969. Click here to download. Your viewers will freak out. Samir clicks. A loading bar appears on his screen. It fills from 0% to 100% suspiciously fast. The screen goes black, then one word appears, manifest. A smile sweeps his face. Just as it does, the front door swings open, revealing Kenny, dejected. He beelines for the couch.
Whoever said do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life is clearly a white dude.
I don't know. I'm making a living off people looking at my brown ass while I sit on my brown ass.
Yeah, well, you don't have to report to a Van Wilder wannabe who keeps failing upwards.
Bro, it's because Innovateurs eats ass. Their games suck. They suck. You gotta be a self-starter like me.
Didn't your parents buy your whole streaming setup?
So, I put it together.
Right, sorry. It would just be nice to feel seen for once.
Samir tosses a VR helmet to Kenny.
I'm definitely not playing Stolen Valor, the coldest war right now.
Yeah, dude, fuck that game. But you know how all the brands be hitting up you, boy? I got a private beta release of this new shit.
Really? Don't you only have like 2 viewers?
10. But streaming isn't all about numbers, man. It's about content. It's about taste. And me? I'm the taste maker.
We've streamed the same game for the past 2 months.
Trends change, baby. Coming at you live. Me and the homie are beta testing Manifest. This is the top tier, top shelf, top dog immersive Western 1860s experience. Saddle up, bitches. We're going in. And as always, my cash app is SamirCap420.
Samir crosses to the couch and offers Kenny the helmet.
Fuck it. Let's ride.
They each slide their helmets on.
All right, synced up. Powering on in 3, 2, 1.
With 2 fingers, they each double tap a button on the back of their helmets. For a moment, nothing. In the next, the electricity flickers on and off. Suddenly, the lights burst on as electricity surges through the apartment. Kenny and Samir get shocked, spazzing out of control before falling limp on the couch. The feed from the webcam shows their bodies limp. The viewer count goes from 10 to 11. Interior, manifest, loading lobby, timeless. Empty, vast, and metallic. Kenny and Samir fall through the air and crash land on a single couch. In front of them, a massive white screen appears. Inspirational country music fades in. A projection envelopes the screen.
Welcome to Manifest.
They solemnly bump fists. The couch springs forward, throwing Kenny and Samir on their feet. Halos descend from above and proceed to scan their bodies.
Scanning for avatar.
This game customizes your avatar to your actual appearance?
Whoever built the tech for this is God level.
Ding! The scan's complete. A screen appears over Kenny's head with a list of attributes.
Male, 5'11", 165 pounds. Athletic build, Chinese.
No, I'm Vietnamese.
Invalid entry. Initializing.
A similar screen appears for Samir.
Male, 5'10", 170 pounds. Average build. Hispanic.
Bro, fuck that. I'm 6'0" and Indian as hell.
Correcting. 5'10", Indian Cherokee. Initializing.
Exterior railroad construction site, day. Kenny stirs awake to the sound of a steam engine roaring to life. He springs up, tripping over the construction equipment. Orienting himself, he sees a locomotive at the end of freshly constructed railroad. A few players steadily lay new railroad tracks. All are dressed in ragged clothing, conical bamboo hats, and have long black hair. Upon further inspection, he notices everyone is East Asian. Kenny looks himself down. He's got the same clothes, same hair, and a pickaxe in his hand.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Chin, elderly laborer, Chinese, thick accent, approaches. Chin floats up above his head in blue. Please note this is how any CPU non-playable character in the game is denoted. Everyone else is a player or human.
Welcome to Manifest. My name Chin, and I help you get started on your Wild West fantasies.
What the hell is going on here?
You must level up to get better gear.
No, why am I a railroad worker?
Manifest is most realistic 1860 experience to date.
But the railroads were built by Chinese workers. I'm Vietnamese.
Close enough.
Does everyone start out like this?
At that moment, two white guys spawn in across the way. They materialize in full cowboy attire, down to the six-shooter in their holsters. They high-five and run off into the horizon.
You get XP for every track you lay. It take a while and it's extremely dangerous, so you should get started.
I'm good. I'm gonna go find a horse.
Kenny stomps off away from the construction site. As he does, he passes player one, East Asian, building the railroad.
Yo, it's supposed to be impossible for us to level up to cowboy, but I heard a worker hacked the game and figured it out. You should find them.
Good to know. Want to come with me?
No way. I'm grinding here. What? It's like Minecraft.
Exterior base camp perimeter day. Samir awakens beneath a tree. He stands and stretches lazily, taking in his surrounding. He notices players in animal pelts guarding the gate. They're all indigenous or South Asian. Chief Joseph, elderly, indigenous, thick accent, name in blue, approaches Samir and offers him a hand up.
Welcome to Manifest. I'm Chief Joseph. Get up.
Whoa now, no need to scalp you, boy. I just started playing.
What? We're the same. Look.
Samir notices he is also dressed in animal pelts and has a hatchet.
First mission, let's go. What are we guarding? Oh, our mystic native treasure.
Railroad construction site.
Oh, sweet. So we're like mercenaries for hire.
Central Pacific stole our land. We don't have a choice.
Cool.
Samir follows Chief Joseph and lines up in front of the gate.
Memphis Biggs and the Chickasaw Gambit by Gregory Lemmons.
Exterior, Sweet Rolls Gentlemen's Club, evening. Memphis Big Bolden. Thaddeus Burkle.
This is expired.
Like you don't know who I am, man. Forget how I used to run them circles around you when our teams met back in the day?
I've tackled so many. You don't stand out.
Why do I need ID to look at your girl's sweet Tennessee butter biscuits anyway? Some half the city seen already.
Patrons in the line grow impatient. Thaddeus looks at his watch. Memphis notices fresh scars on his wrists.
Speak of the devil.
Candace Blackwell emerges through the club doors in a heavy overcoat and heels.
Memphis, why aren't you answering your phone?
I'm working, babe.
Not anymore. Not tonight. Cleared it with Tyrone already. We need to go.
New fried chicken shack open?
To Baptist Memorial. Got a call from Summers. It's Lucille.
Thaddeus shrinks down to a P. The bouncer opposite Memphis pats Memphis on the shoulder, gives him the okay nod to bounce.
My car's out back.
Baptist Memorial Hospital. Later. Lucille appears a sleepy cyborg as she's connected to tubes hanging from sacks of suspended liquids. Her head is wrapped in thick white gauze stained by a pinkish, moist blot. Officer Summers stands beside the bed, exuding exhaustion. Memphis takes Lucille's hand in his, squeezes. No response.
Where are the doctors? I want to speak to a doctor.
Useless. Never met one, couldn't tell me the obvious. I'll spare you the trouble. Your granny's been beat with something hard and blunt. Did a real job on her.
A robbery?
Not as far as we can tell. Perps did a number on her kitchen. Still anything we could see.
It don't make sense.
Probably some punk vandals looking for mischief. Seal was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How can the restaurant she's running for over 50 years be the wrong place, huh? No, Summers. Whoever did this was in the wrong place. I'm about to put them where they belong.
Where do you reckon that is, son?
You're standing on.
Candace gasps. Lucille has her hand raised toward Memphis. He walks over, takes it, gives it another squeeze. She squeezes back. Her lips move. Memphis leans in close to listen. For a few beats, the room is quiet as a golf tourney crowd pre-putt. Lucille's head falls to one side as she slips out of consciousness.
Well,
I gotta go. You just keep doing your bang up police.
Interior, Bolden family home, pre-dawn. Memphis makes his way upstairs, straight down the hall to the end, bangs on the door. A cranky elderly voice answers from within.
What's all that darn banging for? You damn fool. Give me a sec.
Memphis barges into the room. Interior, Bolden family home, Jethro's room, moments later. Jethro is watching an old 1973 blaxploitation film, Coffee, paused on the scene with Pam Grier in a provocative pose. Memphis quickly turns away.
Oh, man. For the love of black Jesus, put on some pants.
Hey, not my fault. Not my fault these here young actresses whip up the blood. Hell, what'd you get for barging in here? What'd you get for barging in here? See, in my day...
In your day, they didn't have TV.
Smart ass.
Listen, it's Gregory.
Jethro grows serious, shuts off the TV.
Bastards finally made their move, huh? Took them long now. How's she doing?
They got a Baptist memorial.
Baptist? Probably so they can keep an eye on her. She been watched.
Candace and Summers there.
Summers, huh? Good man. Played school, but not much getting by. What I mean was, so they could watch her.
People who attacked her?
Jethro finds what he's looking for. It's an old bottle of scotch. He opens it and takes a long swig.
She told you to come see me, didn't she, boy?
This isn't a visit because I missed your company. Huh?
Promise you? I promise you. I can tell you what I know. But this is going to take a while. Why I need this? Keep your mind sharp.
Jethro takes a long draft and settles into his chair. He offers drink to Memphis, who accepts.
I'm about to tell you something that's been passed down in our family for years. I'm going to tell you like my daddy told me.
That's all fine, huh? But could you do me a favor?
Huh? What is it?
Put on some pants, please.
Oh, shit. Shut up. Hey.
Sick in the Head by Jamie Beaucamp.
Interior, coffee shop, night. The shop is closed. Josh smokes a joint at the back. Wyatt sits on a chair, sketches in his notebook. Eddie walks in from the back door, still in his work uniform.
Man, serious question for you. You think I'd do time if I killed my boss?
A little bit. You could probably claim insanity, though.
Fingers crossed.
That almost happened today.
What?
Eddie leaves, returns with a mug of water, takes a pill box from his uniform pocket, starts taking his numerous prescriptions.
That cute girl from the coffee shop? The one with the little girl?
The one you've been trying to ask out for half a year now?
So, I like to get to know a girl first.
Yeah, and then repeatedly chicken out instead of making a move.
That's not true.
Did you ask her out today?
Almost.
Never gonna happen.
Got any nice pills in there? Or an extra dose of mood stabilizer?
Why? You know what time it is, right? Why? Why? Where you at, man? You know what time, don't you? I'm standing out past my usual time to practice for my own place. My sister said it's important to handle small changes first. Jesus.
Eddie answers it. Phone's ringing. Eddie answers it. Lola's voice is on the other end.
Hey, it's Lola. Can we talk?
Interior, coffee shop. Right. Lola and Eddie sit at a table in the back. Lola's tics are severe.
You sure it's okay to be here?
Eddie reaches into his pocket, holds out a key.
Yeah, I know the manager.
Lola nods, stands.
How did you find me?
Google.
Shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, you put way too much information out there. Anyway.
Hey, so everything that happened before with Chanel.
Chanel doesn't know I reached out to you.
Really?
Your group.
Yeah, the neurodiversity activism group.
Okay, so what do you do?
Oh man, we do all kinds of things. I mean, we're activists, right? So we advocate for ourselves. We do lessons at local schools. We lead protests. We're different from just a usual support group. We're not about curing or changing or any of that. We're all about living out loud with who we really are. Not being ashamed about it or stopped by it. Whatever it takes. Look, in you, we spend all day getting attacked by our brains, right? You get attacked by your own body even.
He takes out his business card, puts it on the table.
This group is all about not letting other people attack us too. There's nothing wrong with us. We don't deserve to be treated like there is. I know you don't like me right now, but I'm trying to be healthy, okay? I really am this time. I even meditate in yoga pants, tight ones. That's serious business.
Lola takes the card, traces it with her finger.
Chanel can never know I'm doing this, but I'm in. I'm done letting other people put me in boxes.
Eddie holds up his drink. Lola grabs first. They cheer. Then Lola's ticks like a spasm and throws her drink to the floor.
We'll work on that.
Interior, Lola and Chanel's apartment. Night. Chanel paints her nails, watches a movie on a couch. Lola walks in, flops down beside her.
Long day?
Kinda.
Chanel takes Lola's hand, starts to paint her nails.
Did you crawl back to Rowena?
What? No.
For real?
For real.
All right then.
You were right, it's my time.
Watch out, world. Lola Barnes is coming. I should probably style you first, though.
Oh?
Yeah, you're a little, raggedy.
Sofia and Dan by Sam Watson.
Exterior row house, day. Super, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1982. Sophia Lipka, 25, white, whose hair resembles Ripley's from the movie Alien, stands next to Dan Washington, 26, black buzz cut, who wears a leather jacket decorated with punk rock patches and symbols. Sophia carries an overstuffed box with a white sheet sticking out, and Dan holds a Fender Jaguar guitar. They face a turn-of-the-century row house that somehow remains intact despite its downtrodden appearance, weathered bricks, and cracked facade. It's a true fix-em-up challenge. They clink their house keys together.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Dan wraps his arm around Sofia's thin, almost frail frame.
Shit, you're shaking. You need your...
No, I can handle this. Let's just bask in the beauty of moving day.
They're about to kiss when...
Are you safe?
Reveal their neighbor, 60s, woman, white, stares straight at the couple while sitting on the porch of her house. She's hunched with cotton hair, reading glasses, and a knitted floral sweater. She knits from a ball of yarn on a TV tray next to a full pitcher of lemonade.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You safe?
Yes. We're the new renters.
I know what this is. Let's just go. She's, you know.
Oh, but she's so adorable. She's knitting.
Yeah, a racist knit too.
A cat jumps into her open front window. It's wearing a knitted KKK outfit. This is a Ku Klux cat.
Oh my God. Now you're shaking.
It's just that
Ku Klux cat is ruining moving day. I have an idea.
Exterior neighbor's house, day. Sophia, hands in jacket pockets, climbs the steps to greet the neighbor. Ku Klux cat balances on the porch railing.
Hi again.
The neighbor grips her knitting needles.
Listen, I think we got off to a poor start.
Sophia takes her hands out of her pockets and a handmade KKK hood falls out.
Oh no. I'm going to get into so much trouble if anyone finds out that you saw that.
The neighbor loosens her grip on the needles.
Are you?
Can I tell you a white secret?
The neighbor nods. Sophia whispers into her ear. The neighbor doesn't notice Dan's hands slip over the cat's mouth as he steals it from the porch. Exterior sidewalk, day. Dan cradles Ku Klux cat in his arms. It's almost sweet. The roar of an oncoming bus. Dan shifts the cat to his hands and swings it back and forth toward the street as he times his throw with the bus.
Dan!
Dan spots Sophia at the corner and immediately stops. She waves him over. Interior, Dan and Sophia's home, living room, day. Boxes filled the cramped room that's as downtrodden as the outside facade. The hardwood floor sinks in places and there's no furniture. Dan and Sophia watch the neighbor from their window.
I explained to her that I'm undercover for the Klan and that I'm using you to get information on your kind. We're friends now.
Yeah, that's not going to end well.
Sophia throws her arms around Dan.
I shall use my friendship as a weapon to reform her.
Dan glances over at Ku Klux cat, who sits next to his guitar and no longer wears the KKK outfit.
What about the cat?
You mean Fluffy, our first pet?
I don't think I can sleep with that thing in this house.
I threw out the outfit. Cats can't actually be racist. He'll love us.
Sophia hugs him. Dan watches Ku Klux cat puke all over his guitar. His right eye twitches. End of cold open.
Spies Girls by Near Shelter and Ty Scrivener.
Interior surveillance van, day. Ariel and Shalom slump down in the back seats, glance at Mia, and...
Great job.
What did you say about surveillance?
Let's not find out what an Israeli I told you so dance looks like.
How you feel about going in as an undercover Jew?
He asked the only Muslim on the team.
God, can't wait for our next religion-free assignment.
Interior synagogue, next day. Mia, wrapped in an Orthodox Jewish dress, waits for the sermon to finish.
And it is the responsibility of each and every one of us to preserve our heritage. That's it for today. Please join us for the Kiddush and snacks.
Interior synagogue reception room, later. Mia holds a plastic wine cup beside Sarah, offering up Uzi the fish.
Honey, I just love that you're a florist. Such calming work.
Meditative, really. Smells good too.
Nice one.
And you're not married. How has a gem like you not been snapped up?
It's complicated.
Gefilte fish?
Thank you.
No, don't eat that.
Too late, Mia scoffs a piece and immediately regrets it.
Herschel, get over here.
Mia spins around, spins the fish into a pot plant as Herschel approaches, wolfing down a chocolate cake.
Mia, this is Herschel.
Hi, nice to meet you.
7.5 inches, good girth, super veiny.
You all right?
Fine. I'm fine.
I can tell by the sound of his voice.
Mia is a florist and single. I'll leave you two alone.
Sorry, she can be a bit pushy sometimes. Where's your shop?
Freelance, parties and occasions.
Oh, I do lots of bar mitzvahs and weddings. You got a car?
Not on me.
Here's mine. Just friend me on Facebook.
Sure. Say, are there bathrooms here?
No architectural flaw. There's a bucket out back.
What?
Sorry, bad joke. Upstairs on the right.
Thanks.
I like him. Nice and casual. You're just one of the congregation.
Please, I pretend to be other people all the time.
Yeah, just imagine that you're talking to your parents. Zing.
Hey, you know very well.
Okay.
Not cool.
Back on point, just act Jewish.
Oy vey.
Don't say that.
Interior, Rabbi Wolf's office moments later. Mia tiptoes in. Caution is the way. She digs into files on a shelf packed with Judaical ornaments and books. Nothing.
Try his computer.
She slinks to his desk and opens a laptop. Locked. Two people cross the hallway outside and Mia dives to the floor under the desk. She looks up at the underside, a hidden drawer.
I think I found something.
She opens it and finds scans, diagrams, and receipts.
Disco. Sending you pics now.
Sneaks photos on her phone, but then a fire alarm blasts the place. Mia jumps to her feet as Herschel pops in and...
What are you doing here?
I couldn't find the bathroom.
Well, we've got to go.
He steps out, motions follow, and Mia dashes after him. Exterior synagogue, moments later, the congregation pours out, a sea of yarmulkes and scarves. Herschel and Mia join them.
What happened?
One of our security guards got a text message with a bomb threat.
That's convenient.
What?
Inconvenient. I really need to go.
Well, I'm sure they'll let us back in a minute.
A minute's too long.
Hey, Mia, would you like to... can I ask you out for a drink?
Oh, don't mention drinks.
Mia speeds off.
That a promise? I can live with that.